their source of income is from the married men. The married men set businesses up for them. They give them pocket monies. They make sure they give them the luxurious life. They buy houses for them. They rent apartments for them and do everything for them. Put them in school, give them a profession. The only thing these young women ought to do in return for these married men is to give them sex. That's all. So, when I look at, as a professional counselor, when I look at the number of young women who have benefited from married men and how it has transformed and changed their lives and that of their families in totality, I find it very difficult nowadays to condemn young women who go after married men or young women who are into secret affair with married men. Trust me, I find it very difficult. You may disagree with me, you may not like it, but that is the truth. They are making it, they are benefiting from these married men. Without these married men, most of these young ladies will be broke as hell. They wouldn't even be able to afford their daily meals. And these married men, young unmarried women, benefit much more, in fact, about 90 times more from married men than they benefit from being in a relationship with single men. Let's face the facts. So who am I to condemn them? In fact, having extramarital affair, a married person having extramarital affairs, having affair with somebody outside their marriage, it's not a crime in law. It is never a crime. It has never been a crime. It is not a crime, and it will never be a crime. Okay? The only thing is that it makes the marriage contract voidable in law. Voidable, not void. It is voidable because the marriage remains intact. It is not affected until, if the wife finds out and she's not pleased with it, she now initiates divorce processes in court to set the marriage aside. Until that happens, there is no offense in a married man or a married woman going into an extramarital affairs. But trust me, nobody on this earth and no law could ever stop extramarital affairs, because the rate at which young ladies are benefiting from these married men, nobody can stop it. Nobody. And young lady out there, I'm not encouraging you to go after married men, but sometimes some of these married men may be your blessing in disguise. They may be the one to change your story for good. They may be the one to end your relationship hassles and your relationship problems. They may be the ones to change your hustling. They may be the ones to put food on your table, to change your life, to change your story, to change that of your family and your destiny for good. Let's face facts. Let's face facts. So sometimes, well, do with it as you want. But the biggest challenge now is, if some single women's blessings are from married men and they are making it so big, so well from these married men, then what happens to young men, young unmarried men out there? If what is good for the good is good for the gander, then why can't young unmarried men also accept and or go for married women, so that these married women will also change these young men's story, change their life, give them the luxurious life they want, sponsor them, take good care of them, and provide their needs for them? Because if the married men are doing the same for the unmarried women out there, taking them to colleges, universities, providing them businesses, buying houses and cars for them, setting up businesses for them, why don't young unmarried men also start going after married women, so that these married women will also start providing such necessities of life, such luxuries of life, such comforts to these young men? In exchange of the same sex, these unmarried women are giving to the married men. Why should that be wrong? We have demonized the fact that a married woman cannot have extramarital affair, cannot have a boyfriend, cannot be in a secret relationship, cannot secretly be fucking a young man and married man out there. We have demonized it for far too long. And we have made married men feel so comfortable to do it. And a lot of young women are, to be frank, in a relationship with married men. Let's be honest. So why can't married women also have young unmarried men as their side squeeze or boyfriends or friends with benefits or whatever, so that they also sponsor these young men? I think it's about time young men also started considering such option and pursuing such option, because it is not a criminal offense for a young unmarried man to go for or have an affair with a married woman. It is not a criminal offense. It is not an illegality. The same way, if a married man does it with an unmarried woman or anybody, any woman or any girl, it is not an offense. But the way society has made it like it's only a man who can do that, and the men are doing it, the married men are doing it with impunity, and the young unmarried women are benefiting so much from these married men. So we can't stop them. But I ask again, why can't young unmarried men also start going for the married women, so that these married women will also sponsor them, change their life, take them from this too much hassling, take them from their poverty, and also give them the luxurious life, put them in universities, set up businesses for them, for the same reason that married women are doing with their married men. Why can't we do that? What will be the offense? What is wrong with that? Why should you object to a young unmarried man going for married woman? Yet you don't want to condemn, or you don't want to go against the fact, or you support the fact that a young unmarried woman can go for a married man, and that one, there's nothing wrong with it. If a young unmarried woman can go for a married man and there's nothing wrong with it, then I think a young unmarried man should also be able to go for a married woman, make her happy, give her good sex, and the woman should also sponsor and take good care of the man, and there should be nothing wrong with it, because what is good for the goose is good for the gander. Again, your blessings, your bizarre and sad life story and relationship story, the heartbreaks, could end, could change for good, probably by being in a relationship, either secretly or whatsoever, with a married man. I've seen it so many times. I've seen so many people whose life and their families, that of their families, have changed for better because they are with married men. And so I encourage the young unmarried men who are struggling out there to probably also start looking for these married women, and also playing their cards well with these married women, so that they also make all the gains and all the benefits from these married women. And anyone who is against it must first tell married men to stop going after unmarried women. My name is Counselor Dion. Follow us on Change Africa Movement on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. I'll come your way again. Share your opinion with